the Ultimate Amiibo League.
Hello everyone, I'm Like a Boss.
And I'm Muzdu.
And here we are after, once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's been too long. Here we have Bowstoise V Big Boss in the UAL Season 3 Tournament 2, which last 2 seasons, Tournament 2 has always gone to a different fighter than one's the champion. That was the champion, so we'll see what happens here. Big Boss did defeat Bowstoise last season, but Muzdu, what are your feelings on this matchup?
I feel like we've just seen Bowstoise come out and play so well time and time again. You just can't expect anything different from him.
Yeah, the 2-time champion has started off strong this season with a 4-0 record, beating Blue thoroughly. Not as good as he did last season, though, but...
True, but it was still a great match to watch.
As always. I don't think Big Boss is doing a bad job this time. Although he didn't get any points in the first matchup, he has destroyed Bowstoise before. That was a very good up tilt, but Bowstoise is never out of any fight.
That's true. You can never underestimate him because with his power and his speed, and even his recovery, he can come back from anything, even when it looks like he's at a crazy deficit, and put you in your place.
Not only that, he knows how to tech off the edge, which is a beautiful play, by the way. But he is good at jumping off of people's heads, footstooling them, and the C4 was finally placed on the right person this time.
Indeed.
Big Boss takes the early lead.
But if we go back and look at that rocket launcher when he was down, there's no way me or most normal players would have been able to survive that.
I mean, I think a lot of people can tech, but everyone admits that they're better at Smash Bros. Than they truly are, myself included. And I would be like, oh, I could have gotten that. Nope, probably not.
I know I couldn't have, but I don't necessarily claim to be
Going
the best.
really deep, Snake. Whoa! He teched from that.
Lovely recovery.
You know, last season he wouldn't have been able to do that.
No. This is fantastic. I thought he was about to run into that charge move.
It was a bad read. I love what he was thinking about doing.
I do
just
too.
not quite right, timing-wise.
Oof.
He did place the C4, but it didn't stick to him, so...
It was a great first life, but like we've been saying, we just see Bowstoise coming out and playing so well.
I mean, I'm just expecting Big Boss, he's got to start going full out here, use his projectiles to his advantage, and looks like Bowstoise is using his projectiles for once.
Yeah, we don't see that very often from him.
Not to say that his flame is a bad move or anything, he just always... Oh!
Wow!
That was optimal. And another tech from Bowstoise.
Absurd.
I first off have to commend Big Boss for a beautiful play that really would put him back in this match, but I have to tell Bowstoise he did perfect. And now it's 1-1 with 2.5 minutes left. 41 damage deficit on the heaviest fighter in the game. This is not a situation you want to be in.
It is not, but we're still seeing just a fantastic showing from both of them.
Yeah, Bowstoise wants to continue his streak as the most dominant UAL member ever, and for a second there, Big Boss really came back.
I mean, this is still anyone's game.
I do love that they're on the ice stage. It's just beautiful.
Oh my... This is so... One hit from either of them could be it.
I thought that was a throw. That got him.
Wow, that was such a good match to start off.
It was a good match,
this
but
new tournament.
It does hurt a little bit knowing how close Big Boss was, but you can never count out Bowstoise. And welcome back. After that exhilarating matchup, we have Boromir v Raven, which I do know that Muzdu here is a huge Raven fan, and how depressed were you after King Cannon destroyed Raven in that first round last tourney?
It was bad. I ate about 2 tubs of ice cream.
What flavor?
Chocolate.
That's the best kind. Get out of here, vanilla lover.
Oh my goodness, and Boromir is coming out with an insane start.
You know, these are both rookies from the same class, but right now, I wouldn't be shocked if you told me Raven was the rookie here.
Like, this is a fantastic job from Boromir coming out, getting 104 on Raven, who has won a tournament before.
And this is the very first time we've seen a true battlefield layout in this tournament, and for a couple tournaments in a row now, it always seems like they choose final...
Wow!
And just when you thought it was one way.
Beautiful.
Our first spike of the match, or of day 2. Tournament 2.
Yeah. Day 2, week 2.
No, day also, not number 2. You know what I mean.
You know, yeah. And
Raven went low.
He did, but his jumps have so much air, and his recovery is pretty decent. Like,
I don't think that down B will be very helpful for him since Boromir does not have a projectile at all. But he does have a really strong sword.
Oh, what? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was insane. Do we have a taunt right there?
I think that might have been the start of one. You can cancel them before any move, but I would not be taunting if I were Raven.
Nor I.
Especially after that.
Especially with Boromir playing the way he is. That is fantastic.
I mean, Raven is no joke of an amiibo. He finished second place in points last season and destroyed Bowstoise on 2 occasions. And Boromir's letting him get right back into it, and he is taunting now. It's 0-0. We have a final stock. Even here. Let's see what's going to happen.
And this is kind of looking like how Boromir came out in that first stock.
Yeah, they're both looking at their strongest right now. Baiting him? He's baiting him. He's gone. Oh, he saved him by accident.
Oh my goodness.
That was a beautiful bait by Raven, though.
Oh my
That's something you don't expect AI to always do. He gets a taunt out here, but this is not the time to taunt, buddy. 1 stock for everyone. Boromir has points. Raven has no points on the season. You have to get by the first round to even qualify for points. And this has been two great matches contest-wise.
This is such a good match right here.
They're about even for damage, and a strong,
one good hit
strong
from
move.
either of them.
Yeah, should send them out of here. Oh, wow! Another, not necessarily a shock, because Boromir was ranked higher and did score points last time, but Raven, once again, coming short. After another great match, I mean, these matches have come down to the wire. We have Bork versus Karen. And Bork is a really strong fighter this season. Has been for the last season and this season. But season 1 was iffy. Karen, on the other hand, it's a rookie. Don't know what to expect from her.
All I know is I've seen a bunch of videos of Karen on the internet recently, and she's been leaving her mark.
She doesn't look like this, though, in those videos. That's the weird thing. She has to leave the mask on.
But I'm just hoping that internet fame, internet popularity will translate to some dominant performance and dominant play style.
I hope it translates to some views too. We're kicking 20 on these videos.
And we appreciate every single one of
we
those.
We do. We certainly do.
That was an interesting...
A good recovery there. This is...
Wow.
Okay, Bork had the percentage lead, but Karen takes a first stock.
I didn't even realize either of them had did enough damage to take a stock.
Oh, both of these fighters are all about racking up that tiny damage. They don't necessarily have the strongest moves that kill everyone, but it seems to be working.
So fast.
They're a wild amiibo, so truly you can't predict them. And I know we always talk about Bork being the cool amiibo, but when you're calm, cool, and collected against someone who's literally insane, will it ever work?
That is a very good question.
The can was just not high enough. Is he able to get back? He is with the tech. Oh, that gunman got him.
The gunslinger. Wow. This is another really good fight.
Yeah, we always toot our own horns, don't we? I am interested to see if it's going to be another fight that comes down to a single stock each way, because Bork is looking like it's starting to get handed to him, which has not looked that way in any match.
We haven't seen anything like that in several seasons.
He always comes back with a nice spike around this time to get back into the match.
That is true.
Because most times it is 2-0, but that was a 0 to death by Karen. No damage taken that entire stock. Until this stock, of course. But
and then we see 24 quickly. And Bork's charge overpowers Karen's move.
Yeah, you love to see the priority in this game sometimes. I am interested to see if Bork can make this comeback. It's not going to be easy against such a stinking quick amiibo with great recovery, such as Karen.
Especially when Bork had to get Karen to almost 200 to take that first life.
That is true. The only benefit Bork has from this is that Karen is one of the lightest characters as seen there. But now at 68%, you have to play just like you are now in this Battlefield variant. Keep them at bay, keep them away from you, and then rack up that damage. Just like that.
Exactly, and Bork has brought it back to really anyone's game. Especially when Karen keeps jumping into those charge moves.
This is another 1 stocks even. Interesting choice in moves here. Looks like an up B twice. Another up B added to there.
And now we see Karen finally coming back, racking up some damage.
It's going to be a close fight here with 2 minutes remaining. A self-destruct, basically, with that can there.
Oh.
And a nice air dodge. The gunman's out. Not enough to kill. I mean, we're at another point where these are such close percentages that you don't know who's going to hit it. Sorry for my voice sounding like this.
That first big move is going to be it.
That can, he should have kept up with the can to hit Karen there. A nice throw, but that throw's not the strong one. A dodge. Sends us to the other side of the stage. The can's blowing up. Karen gets their very first ever win in the UAL.
Wow. Especially that last stock, was just back and forth exhilarating. I loved watching that.
I did too. Karen's gone, but great job, Karen. Bork, we're sorry, but there goes your points for this year, or this season. After another match that went down to the wire, 1v1 stock, we have Venus versus Eclipse, and Muzdu, can you please explain to me how exhilarating Venus is to watch, especially after that 3 stock, and if we can't expect more of that?
Venus has literally been this character that just came out and absolutely showed out. Like, watching how he can...
he is a show-off.
I was say, is he he first off?
It's a plant, so I guess it's both sometimes. But
look
at this damage compared to that. Hate to break you off,
absurd.
But wow.
But the way we see that poison cloud come out, and then we either disguise the target or himself in it, is such a beautiful move to use, and it's just so, like you said, exciting. So crazy, so much fun to watch.
I really wished he could have gotten that 0 to death to start off a stock, because 161 damage to 0 at a certain point in time, that's just crazy.
Like, this is an extraordinary performance.
And it looks like these other amiibos are willing to take that risk, but Eclipse has 200 damage and Venus hasn't finished her off yet. He's just playing with his food.
That is interesting, seeing 200 damage with a relatively light character still being on the map.
Yeah, completely lighter than Venus, that's for sure.
If Venus keeps messing around, it could come back to bite him.
I see what you did there. That should be death. Yep.
I'll say that was 275.
But Eclipse did a mega job by coming back from having at one point 160 damage to 0
that
and
might be it.
Getting enough there. No, the throw's not going to be enough. She's going to have to follow it up with something better. But she can, if she gets him right here, make the match completely even.
This is so much damage.
But just not enough attack power behind her hits.
Neither of them seem to have enough attack. Like, obviously they both have it.
Yeah.
But neither of them seem to be showing it. Like,
well, this is Tournament 2, and as we've looked at historical accuracies before, as Eclipse gets a nice kill, negligible damage, I'd say. Well, now not. But Tourney 2 has always gone to someone else, you know. Eclipse won it in Season 1, that's correct. And then Fry won in Season 2. It's these fighters that you don't necessarily expect, but, I mean, Venus is a pretty good one to not expect, if you know what I'm saying. And especially if he keeps on getting these 3 stocks, he's already catapulted himself to basically the same as a 4th place finish. And now with Bork out of the points, if Venus gets another spike like that, he might just propel himself into the points way high up than anyone would expect.
We could see an insane performance and insane showing from this young amiibo.
But Eclipse says, stop talking about him. Look at me. 0-0 on another 1-stock situation for this half of the bracket.
Oh my goodness.
I wish we could script it, but if we did script it, Bowstoise wouldn't win every single time.
Wow.
This is a great fight, great comeback for Eclipse. You know, this Tourney 2, maybe you know how everyone says they have their bogey day or their bogey circuit or something that they're not that good at on certain times. Mm-hmm. Maybe hers is the inverse. She can only perform on the second tournament.
Oh, what?
Whoa, what a play. Her stun and his spacing. He shielded the stun, did his little down smash to snipe her there, and she was sent at such a horrible horizontal angle, there was no chance of her recovering. So, excellent job, Venus, and Eclipse, we're sorry, but that's another non-points finish. Tune in next time for the second half of this bracket, and hopefully more regular uploads. Y'all are awesome. I'm Like a Boss.
And I'm Muzdu.
Until next time.